been over 12 years since we have offered you, as the today's special value, a gemstone band ring. The timing could not be more perfect, as this is one of the strongest and most popular looks in jewelry that exists right now. We are already at the point where I have to kind of give you the heads up and warning on certain of our choices. 1,500 orders have been placed today. The price range that you see on your screen is because we have different gemstones available. Yes, of course, Tanzanite is one of them. That's the name of the show. But every one of these is chosen with purpose, by your demand, very rare, and not just rare, but both the best of quality in their gemstone category and the highest carat weight of each that we have offered in a today's special value. It will ship in time for Valentine's Day. Maybe it's a to me from me. And if you shop with your Q card today, you have 12 months of interest-free special financing. So I'm going to walk you through your choices here, keeping in mind not all of them are in abundantly available. So first up, this is your Aquamarine. 2.5 carats set in yellow gold. Our March birthstone gets the best of the best of the best, but very few have passed the test to make it into this ring. And yes, the white stones are diamonds. Come on. Fire opal. Notice I didn't say Mexican fire opal. We will discuss. 1.67 carats there, that juicy, rich, like tangerine skin, or the heart of a campfire. It's that fiery, gorgeous. Okay, we have much to discuss when we talk about the Tanzanite, as in how many actual pounds upon pounds of carats we had to sift through, cut down, reject, and narrow down to get to this Tanzanite ring. Here's the one that I'm actually really grateful I even get a chance to present. We have 6 dozen left in the Zircon that we can ship right away. Oh, we don't have advanced order on the Zircon.
Nope.
Oh dear, I did not know that. Okay, 6 dozen straight up that remain in the blue Zircon, 4.5 carats. Tell me what other stone even looks like that in color, because I can't think of one. And then finally, yeah. Aren't you proud of me that I waited until last to mention that we have Morganite? Morganite, fewer than 200 that we can ship out right away. 2.5 carats of the best in rose gold. Okay, let's talk price comparison, then we'll talk details. Because if you could find this anywhere else, and we can even compare it to what QVC will be pricing this at later, but let's talk about QVC price. For example, the Tanzanite, $1,699. It is $400 less than that today. And you can see the price breakdown in each of yours. Aquamarine is the next lower at $999. And then the blue Zircon, fire opal, and Morganite are available on easy pays of $149 and change. Shop with your Q card. If you don't have one, search Q card at QVC.com. You don't have to call us. You can open it up online. And if you place your order with that card, not only will you get a account credit after the fact, you have a full year to pay this off for the ring that you will own for the rest of your life. Call us if you're picking it up today. I want to know which choice you've made. It's J365974. Thank goodness I have our gem expert here, because if it were just me, I would just be ogling, ooh and ah. Oh my gosh, they're all so gorgeous. But the thing is, this really is a science when it comes to the selection of gemstones that we pour through and sift through and finally edit down to make this TSV.
Absolutely. And where would you like to start, Jen?
Oh gosh.
You can choose. Since you're probably the last host to show a few of these.
It's a Tanzanite show, so I think we should start with the Tanzanite.
All right, so I'm gonna again give you that nice little white background here in a minute while I tell you what's going on. So this is the top of the line.
Look at that.
Tanzanite color that you're going to find in the marketplace. How do I know that? Not only 23 years of experience and 17 years with Tanzanite, but I also know that because I meet with the supplier all the time and look at the Tanzanite stones coming through his doorway and watch him and his team sort out the specific stones set aside for QVC. And I watch them meet with some of the biggest players on the boutique side and designer side and sell them the grade lower sometimes at a higher price. The biggest thing about Tanzanite is, and it's a quick story, it's a single source gemstone based in Mount Kilimanjaro in Africa that is really being depleted. It really is. And we've talked about this for years, but I can tell you that it's hit home this year. And here's a great example. So thousands of mines all over the world. Little dot right there represents one mine in Tanzania, a beautiful region, but only 4 little blocks to that mine, 3 of which are not really operating, 1 of which is, and it's producing some of the finer, deep blue Tanzanite that you see here today. But it takes a lot to get to one today's special value ring. Imagine this, a shoebox full of rough, 7,500 carats of rough, eliminating a lot of the greens and the browns and the not vibrant blues, 2,500 down to 500 carats, and then cutting them down to the final product to a 3-carat today's special value 4-stone ring. Literally, that's what it takes to get to your one ring, and we've been working on it for a long time. Here's a good example. Now, weeding out all of the Tanzanite, and again, I would love to have some green Tanzanite and some of the brown Tanzanite. It's all beautiful, but we want the purple and the blue, right? There's a lot of time, work, labor involved, and the game is changing as we speak
every day. Well, we had a similar discussion. We were talking about Sleeping Beauty, and I was like, oh, remember the days when we used to have hours and hours? There will be a time when Jeff and I will reminisce about when we used to have hours and hours of Tanzanite to present to you.
Right.
And especially at this grade and this quality. So that Tanzanite, again, remember you're getting 3 full carats, the top saturation set in white gold. It's over 1,000 times rarer than diamonds, all right? And again, before we move on to the next one, because we do have a lot of orders being placed on some of them that are already limited, let's do our little comparison. Yeah, so, where does it fall?
So here you can see at the very bottom, all these, by the way, if you own those colors, good for you. They're all valuable, they're all rare. But if you move up to the very top, see the very top two with a deep dark blue? That's what was used for the today's special value. And I mean, I couldn't be happier to know that so many of you are going to have this in your collection, honestly.
All right, I'm going to give you a choice because these two are flying out of here quicker
Zircon.
than I can talk about them.
100%. Okay. And I'm saving the Morganite. I'm going to let you build it up there.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Zircon is every gem lover's dream gemstone. When I went through my studies with the GIA, I like to throw this out there.
5 dozen.
So you're going to probably be the last host to see this today. And we cannot get this back.
There's no advanced order?
We cannot get this back. When it's gone, it's gone. So I love the fact that when we spoke with our instructors, at the end of the class, like any class, teachers ask you stuff all the time, and we always say, hey, what's your favorite gemstone? I always like to put the GIA instructor.
Yeah.
Over half of my instructors all said the same stone, blue zircon.
Really?
It's such a scientific, phenomenal, really, I shouldn't say phenomenal, scientific, really cool, exotic gemstone. Wow. There's nothing like it out there. It is electrifying. There's no batteries involved here. It literally lights up like this. And I find it just such a collector's dream. Honestly, that's some of the finer quality.
It's the light dispersion in this stone that makes gem experts just drool, because you can't fake that. Even in simulated stones, they can't recreate this kind of light explosion, that kind of fire, which is why it makes so much sense to pair it with diamonds. Because remember, you're getting this with diamonds, a 1/2 carat, I2 clarity, full cut, set in white gold. And so I linger on that just a little bit because it is entirely possible that this is the last presentation that you will see in the blue zircon. And you see your size availability right there, super limited. 7, 8, 9, and 11 are your best bets right now. Okay, I'm going to move to the next more limited one. And yes, also because I am very partial, but I just love my Morganite so much. There's 150 that will ship right away. We do have advanced orders in some of these choices, and guess what? It's like the end of March that these ship. So I can't obviously get that to you in time for Valentine's Day, so you get that now. It is that romantic, soft, blush, girly, peachy pink, not bubblegum pink like you see like my nail polish. It's that mature, elegant, soft pink that is the top. Like if we had, a little case of all the different grades of Morganite, we should do that someday, then the ones on the bottom would be brown.
Yeah. And again, that's what you're looking for. And can we put you two together to show these Morganite rings? Would that be possible?
Yeah.
Because I really think it's important to understand it.
Do you mind?
What's beautiful about Morganite, if you have the right Morganite, you really want that blush tone. That blush tone really goes with everybody's skin tone. Mm-hmm. It's flattering for everyone. Jen, I know that you love it. I love it too. My wife owns it. To me, the first thing I think of with Morganite is elegance. I think it's truly one of the most elegant, classy gemstones on the planet. It just says class, it says elegance, it says romance, and in the rose gold, you can't go wrong. So,
and it doesn't shout it. It's like this understated glamour.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like Audrey Hepburn, Lauren Bacall, the women who, just didn't shout their power from the rooftops. They just exuded it. So that's something that and it's actually, like when we compare it with some of the other stones we're seeing today, it's a baby out there, but still hard to come by in that truly best of the best quality. And so yes, we've set it in rose gold, and no coincidence that I'm sitting right next to that beautiful tennis bracelet And there's the information on that. I know we are super limited in some of our choices there, but it does also happen to be at a today only price. Okay, so there is the Morganite choice. If you're just asking my opinion, I think you kind of need that. And sadly, we don't see enough of that really good Morganite because there's a lot that we say no thank you to when we go shopping at the gem shows. Okay, so let's move on. Next, we have to go to the fire opal. So let's talk about fire opal.
Ooh. So this is like we could do a whole show just
like
on this
burn
one ring,
ya.
but it won't be around that long. So you probably can see this from the comfort of your home and say it looks different. There's something different. It's got a really crazy good glow to it. There's just something different. You're right. This is not your traditional Mexican fire opal, which I love, by the way, and I love that you love it. But when we were preparing for Gem Day, we always like to ask our suppliers, our vendors out there, mine owners, do you have anything special? Anything that's been sitting around in the vaults? And this was a really wonderful find of Brazilian fire opals, which is kind of like, I love to say old money gems, right? Or vintage gems, because when you think about Colombian emeralds, cashmere sapphires, you think about Burmese rubies, Burma jadeite, things like this, all the best of the best. Well, some of the best fire opal in the world and some of the highest end pieces of jewelry come from Brazil. And that's what you're going to have if you're fortunate enough to be able to pick this up today, is that Brazilian fire opal. And I want to just kind of also show you something that'll help you understand the importance of the color here.
Like a mini version of the Tanzanite one.
So this is the fire opal that you're seeing here. And fire opal is a gemstone that it loves the sunlight. So when you get out there in the sunlight, you're going to see the yellows are great, the oranges are beautiful, but it's this crazy awesome red that is what we used for your ring in the today's special value. So again, huge congrats to anyone who's picking up on the fire opal. We've never done it. It's a true exotic gemstone.
4 times over.
The zircon and the fire opals are in the exotic gem category, just so you know. It's a category of itself, and I would highly recommend it. So different.
And then you thought you knew Aquamarine. Come on in. And I'm stacking them up too because I understand some of you are, or stacking it maybe with another ring that you already own. But look at the Aquamarine. Talk to me about this in the level of, because I think we can go from milky aqua to this, oh my gosh, will I ever own anything else like this in my lifetime, Aquamarine?
Well, and I will say that I've studied aqua a lot, maybe more so over the last 11 years that I've been married to a wonderful lady whose birthstone is Aquamarine, which you all know, Erin from Dominique. And so I love aqua and I'm very picky with it. And when I sat down with this particular supplier and saw when we talk about parcels and gemstones laid out, I know you had a great picture on your Facebook, Jen, of when you were buried in Tanzanite.
That tray of Tanzanite, yes.
It's so much fun, but it's also really fun to say, you know what, where did this come from, this, that, and the other. So this particular supplier bought all that was left of this aquamarine from a small mine down in Africa, and that was it. Everything was bought. Then we went to the supplier and said, we want to come up with something really special for our ladies out there, and I think they nailed it, because to me, aqua should be the color of the ocean. And I don't mean see-through. I don't mean denim. I mean that real, true ocean blue color for aquamarine is really what collectors want. And that's what you have here. And this, again, when you see the quality of the aqua with the diamonds, you're going to just absolutely love it. The diamonds bring out the blue. They're fully faceted diamonds in between each one. I love it. Set in yellow gold.
So taken when I had them all stacked up just to kind of show you the choices. But you see that pow, 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 that flash I get. Sometimes it comes off the top of each of the color gemstones, and then it explodes in between each of them from the diamonds that are in there too. Don't forget about the diamonds and that cast 14 karat gold. This is a luxury piece. It's that once in a lifetime piece. It's the one that you picked up for yourself, free of any special occasion, maybe just because it spoke to you. What I'd love to see for sure, we don't have to see it right away, but very shortly, is the price comparison, right? Because once again, this is Gem Day. We're going to offer you investment pieces. There is a huge difference, I say this all the time, between price and value. Price is a number, and sometimes it's high and sometimes it's low. Value it's like a formula. What are you getting for the price that you're paying? And if you're getting more than what you're paying for, that's value. That's an investment. Because yes, maybe technically it's worth more in dollar amounts over time, but it's what it's giving to you over your life. QVC's price ranges from $11.99 to $16.99. This is $8.99 to $12.99, so you're saving up to $400, 6 easy monthly payments, and then when the 6 months are done, you're done. And you have this for the rest of your life. These are not pieces that 5 years down the road, you go, I'm not really feeling that. They're all timeless gemstones except in their rarity. Because in some cases, 5 years down the road, Jeff and I will be lucky to have a single Tanzanite item in a show